Have you ever stopped to think that when we talk about self-care, the first thing that comes to mind is a steaming cup of coffee or a relaxing hot bath? What if I told you that these little breaks, as enjoyable as they are, aren't enough to truly take care of your mind? Spoiler alert, they're not. Self-care has become a buzzword, but in practice, it's often reduced to superficial actions that, at best, provide a temporary fix for our problems. And then, when the dust settles, the anxiety, stress, and exhaustion are still there, untouched. In this video, we're going to debunk the idea that self-care is just about instant gratification. Here, you'll discover the difference between taking care of your mind on a surface level and adopting truly effective strategies to strengthen it in the long term. So, are you really taking care of your mind? Or are you just putting a band-aid on the problem? Let's reflect on this together, and by the end, you'll walk away with practical tools to transform your relationship with self-care. Ready? Let's dive in. So, let's start by talking about what I call surface-level self-care. You've probably seen those lists floating around like 10 things to do for yourself today, which include things like drinking a special coffee, buying a little plant, or spending hours on TikTok. And look, don't get me wrong, these things are enjoyable, for sure. A hot bath after a tiring day can be an immediate relief, and no one's going to blame you for wanting to relax with a coffee in hand and your favorite show on. The problem is when we think that's enough. Here's the thing, these actions are like a band-aid. They cover the wound for a while, but they don't actually heal it. And worse, they can even mask bigger issues, like chronic stress, anxiety, or burnout. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, phew, I had my coffee, I relaxed a bit, now I'm ready to face another stressful day? Yeah, that's a sign that you're just surviving, not truly taking care of your mind. And it's not just you. Recent data shows that in the past few years, cases of anxiety and depression have increased significantly, especially among people aged 20 to 45. And guess what? Many of them think they're practicing self-care because they take these little breaks. But the truth is, without deeper strategies, we end up stuck in a cycle of exhaustion and temporary relief. So, if you've ever felt this way, know that you're not alone. And more importantly, there's a better way. But before we talk about it, let's understand why surface-level self-care isn't enough. Because only when we recognize the problem can we find the right solution. Agreed. So, if surface-level self-care isn't enough, what actually works? Let's talk about what I call deep self-care. This is the kind of care that goes beyond the momentary and addresses the root causes of problems, strengthening your mind to handle everyday challenges in a more balanced way. But first, what exactly is deep self-care? It's a set of practices that help you reconnect with yourself, establish healthy boundaries, and create a solid foundation for your mental health. And the best part? It doesn't have to be complicated. I'll show you some practical strategies you can start applying today. 1. Self-awareness, the foundation of everything. The first step is understanding what's really going on inside you. How many times have you found yourself irritable, anxious, or exhausted without knowing exactly why? Self-awareness is about identifying your emotions, triggers, and behavioral patterns. A simple tip is to start journaling. Set aside 5 minutes a day to write down how you're feeling and what might have caused it. Over time, you'll notice patterns and learn how to handle them better. 2. Setting boundaries, learn to say no. How many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? We do this to please others, to avoid seeming selfish, or simply because we don't want conflict. But in the end, it only leaves us overwhelmed. Setting boundaries is about prioritizing what truly matters and protecting your energy. Start small, decline an invitation you don't feel like accepting, or ask for help when you're feeling overloaded. Remember, saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. 3. Reconnecting with yourself, meditation and therapy. This is where practices that help you reconnect with your inner self come in. Meditation, for example, is a powerful tool to calm the mind and reduce anxiety. If you've never tried it, start with apps like Headspace or Calm, which offer guided meditations as short as 5 minutes. Another option is therapy, which helps you understand and resolve deeper issues. You don't need to have a serious problem to seek therapy, it's an investment in your mental health. Expanded discussion. Why these strategies work. Self-awareness, when you understand your emotions and triggers, you're better equipped to manage them. Journaling helps you process your thoughts and gain clarity, which can reduce feelings of overwhelm. Setting boundaries. Boundaries protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. They allow you to focus on what truly matters and prevent burnout. Meditation and therapy. These practices help you build resilience and emotional strength. Meditation teaches you to stay present and calm, while therapy provides tools to navigate life's challenges. How to get started. Journaling. Start with a simple prompt like, "How am I feeling today, and why?" Don't overthink it, just write. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and gain insights into your emotional world. Saying no. Practice saying no in low-stakes situations first. For example, if a friend invites you out and you're not up for it, politely decline. Notice how it feels to prioritize your needs. Meditation. Try a beginner-friendly app or YouTube channel. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Focus on your breath and let go of judgment. Therapy. If you're new to therapy, start by researching therapists in your area or online platforms like BetterHelp. Many therapists offer free consultations to see if they're a good fit for you. The long-term benefits. Deep self-care isn't just about feeling better in the moment, it's about building a life where you feel balanced, resilient, and in tune with yourself. Over time, these practices can help you reduce chronic stress and anxiety, improve your relationships by setting clear boundaries, develop a stronger sense of self and purpose, handle challenges with greater ease and confidence. So, are you ready to take the first step toward deep self-care? Start small, be consistent, and remember, this is about creating a life that truly supports and nourishes you. 4. Taking care of your body, sleep, nutrition, and exercise. Your mind and body are deeply connected. Getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, and exercising regularly are fundamental pillars for a healthy mind. You don't have to become an athlete overnight, even a 20-minute walk can make a difference. And if you struggle with insomnia, try creating a relaxing nighttime routine, like reading a book or listening to calming music before bed. 5. Connection with others, healthy relationships. Last but certainly not least, is connection with others. Healthy relationships and support networks are essential for mental health. But remember, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. Prioritize people who make you feel good and truly support you. And if needed, don't be afraid to distance yourself from toxic relationships. These strategies might seem simple, but when applied consistently, they have a profound impact. And the best part? You don't have to do everything at once. Choose 1 or 2 practices to start with and adjust as you go. Remember, deep self-care is about progress, not perfection. So, which of these strategies do you already practice? Or which one do you want to try? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Now that you know the strategies for deep self-care, let's talk about the real benefits they can bring to your life. Imagine waking up with more energy, feeling less anxious, and being able to handle everyday challenges with more ease. Sounds good, right? Well, that's exactly what real self-care can provide. When you practice self-awareness, for example, you start to understand your emotions better and act more consciously, instead of reacting on autopilot. Setting boundaries helps you protect your energy and focus on what truly matters. And practices like meditation and therapy strengthen your emotional resilience, preparing you to face difficult situations without losing your cool. Additionally, taking care of your body and cultivating healthy relationships creates a solid foundation for a more balanced life. You start to feel more present, more connected to yourself and others. And the best part? All of this reflects in your productivity, your relationships, and, of course, your inner peace. So, can you imagine how your life would change if you invested in real self-care? Let me know in the comments what you think would be different, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, let's recap. Throughout this video, we've seen that self-care goes far beyond a cup of coffee or a hot bath. As enjoyable as those things are, they're only temporary relief. Real self-care is about adopting strategies that strengthen your mind and help you build a more balanced and healthy life. We talked about self-awareness, setting boundaries, reconnecting with yourself, taking care of your body, and cultivating healthy relationships. These practices, when applied consistently, can transform your relationship with mental health and help you better handle everyday challenges. Now, I want to know, which of these strategies will you try first? Let me know in the comments which one stood out to you the most. And if you want to dive even deeper into this topic, check out the video description. There are links to amazing resources that will help you on this journey. Remember, taking care of your mind isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And you deserve that care. So, start practicing real self-care today. And if this video helped you in any way, share it with someone who also needs to hear this. See you next time.